The New England Patriots this offseason really just went out to make playing quarterback for this team possible. They ended up focusing on the offensive line. They added a couple of weapons, even a twitchy running back, which is kind of out of left field for the Patriots. You know, they love their power backs. They're guys that are just going to work hard the entire game, but of course they got a little bit of a twitchier guy for the first time in a while. But yes, they made Drake May's job a little easier. Now, this team was starting from a really, really bad standpoint, so of course one offseason isn't going to fix it all, but you go out and you get Stefon Diggs, who, yes, the injury is concerning, but he was still looking like Stefon Diggs before the injury, no doubt about it, so you assume he's healthy, you assume you got yourself a really good player, which is why, of course, that contract was pretty lucrative. A guy that, came off of a pretty big injury, getting a 3-year $69 tells you, yeah, they believe in him, he believes in himself. I don't hate it for the Patriots, who have really struggled to have a number one wide receiver really since, it's hard to say because obviously you do have Edelman, but was he even really a number one wide receiver? Like, number one receiver Gronk, I guess, not straight up wide receiver. But obviously with some of the other players, Will Campbell, pick 4 overall, this was one of the worst offensive lines in the league. The best way to fix an offensive line is to get guys that are as close to guaranteed as possible, and that's what Will Campbell is. Hopefully I didn't say Will Johnson. I feel like I did, but Will Campbell, of course, probably projects better as a guard because of the length, but the teams do announce the pick at their specific position that they're likely going to be using them at. They said tackle. We're going to put Will Campbell at tackle. Maybe that changes over the course of this rebuild in case, we get some other guys that maybe want to move around. They, of course, went Jared Wilson in the 3rd round. Almost every draft class we use this Madden season up to the draft had him as a star dev, so he's going to be a star dev for us. Obviously, Morgan Moses is here now. He's put in a lot of work over the years. A little bit of injury concerns for sure. Obviously, rest of the draft, we talked about TreVeyon Henderson, Kyle Williams. Going to put him at number 2. I'm going to have him at star dev. Comped to Marvin Mims. I sort of see it, and I know the build is kind of pushing that narrative the most. I feel like the catching might be a bit higher, and the route running might be a bit higher than he should have in reality, but I'm just using this class. I'm not changing anything. This is how I had him. I had him at star dev with these ratings for every single rebuild we've done since the Giants rebuild. As far as some of the other players go, on the defensive side of the ball, you have Craig Woodson, Joshua Farmer, Braden Swinson. They got a lot of good value at every round. So, the Patriots kind of known for maybe reaching a little bit at times. They actually, instead of reaching, just took great value across the board, I think. So, maybe they could have went for an off-ball linebacker or maybe went a little harder on edge, but as far as what they could have done with the draft picks they had, I think they did a good job. It's not a flashy draft per se, but it was a good offseason in totality. Still got some issues, especially in Madden concerns, edge. Obviously, Milton Williams taking a very big risk with him. Was it the Eagles team? Obviously didn't play the whole year. We'll find out, I suppose. Of course, safeties, Jabril Peppers has been great ever since coming here. Strong safety, definitely need a replacement. Linebackers need support. As far as Madden goes, this is a team that needs a lot of work. As far as real life goes, they've definitely vastly improved. Before we go any further, I always forget to show you these ratings. These are the ratings we're going to be seeing with this class. I'm going to change some of the numbers, assuming, there's ones that are confirmed. A lot of them probably are. But these are the ratings, which I like. I like, most of them. They're all right. What about Jared Wilson? Take a look at him. 67 overall. We'll show you the guys that are actually starting. You already seen Swinson. We obviously have the kicker as well. We've got it all going on here. We've got it all. All right, re-signings. Hopefully we have all the contracts and whatnot. I was about to say, hopefully we have them all right. Yeah, we don't. We don't. Cole Strange, at $5 million, I'd probably do a 5th-year option, but that's the problem with these older guys in Madden. It just does not work out unless they kill it in real life, right? You can't be average as a 23 to 24-year-old rookie in Madden and make it out all right for this game. But obviously in real life, it doesn't matter. You could be a 27-year-old rookie and something just clicks. You just pick up the game. It's not common. It's kind of the whole point, right? If you're going to pick it up, you're probably going to pick it up a little bit earlier than that, but yeah, in Madden, you're just not going to pick it up at all. It's Jover. Team actually kind of surprising me here. If you watch that, we actually made the playoffs with a loss. I thought with the loss, you'd have been done for. The 7th seed. 8th was the Bengals at 8-9. Another missed year for them. But if you watch that Bears rebuild, we had a way better team than this. Better scheme even. Maybe not, actually. The first season we kind of did Bears-Lions. We have the Patriots on this one. Defense is the Bills, though, because I have just made a commitment that unless, we're doing like a Steelers rebuild where they have that outside linebacker set completely solidified in a 3-4, we're just going to move to a 4-3 every time. And I think it just makes sense, especially for this team where, you barely have 2 defensive tackles that are solid. Why not, right? I put Mapu at number 1 outside linebacker instead of backup safety. I think it just works. And the team ended up being, just good enough. Not a great team, but just good enough. I don't know what Henderson's number is going to be like because I don't really pay attention to the Patriots too much in Sim, but if I'm not mistaken, this is a pretty bad running back scheme for stats. I'm thinking 700 yards, honestly. Drake May, though, great season. Yards are a little low, sure. Touchdowns 33 are fine. 9 picks is good. No, over 1,000. TreVeyon Henderson for a rookie, mind you. Really good. I mean, this is really, you could put the best running back scheme in the game. Most of the time, if it's a rookie, especially when they're way under an 88-ish overall, they're usually going to struggle. But no, he didn't. He did well. Kyle Williams had a great year. Could win Rookie of the Year with 13 touchdowns. He could. I don't think he will. There's just so many rookies, but could. Diggs, that would be a good season. I think that's fair enough. Douglas was solid. Henry, about similar to what Henry's used to. 10 sacks allowed for Will Campbell would definitely be a rough season, but for Madden, that's basically equivalent to like a 4 or a 5, which I think from left tackle in the NFL, first year in, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Landry, though, 13.5 sacks, is a guy that does pretty well for me usually. Him and Hassan Reddick, I usually have pretty good success with. A little bit more for Hassan Reddick, but still, those types of guys. Swinson, not bad for a rookie. Barmore and Williams, I could see worse. I've seen worse. Gonzalez might go to Superstar with 5 picks. Kicker, 5 missed kicks, 2 blocked. That's, once again, we've seen worse. Punter, 52.5, 52.7, really good. Kick return, punt return game, not much. Henderson as a return man seems like a waste of talent. 29 for offensive yardage, that is bad. We were a 6 defense, though, so defense kind of carrying it a little bit. Drake May makes the MVP list at number 10. That's not bad. We got on the board. Rookie of the Year, Williams, number 2. It sucks because that would be a legit that would be a win if not for McConkey, who's not technically a rookie at this point in time. That's tough. Defense Rookie of the Year, at least it was an actual rookie. Travis Hunter, technically Swinson, number 2. Looking at the QBs, Drake May at 4. Running back at, really not, I know the touchdowns are low, but I would have thought he'd been in the top 10. Wide receiver, number 9. O-line, not on the list. D-line at number 4. Linebacker, no. DB at 6. Kicker, no. But we're in the playoffs. We are taking on the Chiefs, so how long will this playoff run last? Probably not long, but let's see it. Also, as we head on into this one, if you're enjoying the video so far, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and then the biggest thing you can do is let me know what team you'd like to see next. I know some of you guys are like, where's the Texans? Where's the Steelers? Where's the Falcons? Where's the this? There's a lot of teams that still need rebuilds. Don't worry, we'll get to them all without a doubt, so there's maybe a few we don't get to because they're already goated teams, perhaps. But as far as the teams you expect a rebuild for, like the Jets will get a rebuild, the Falcons will get a rebuild, this Patriots team gets a rebuild. Maybe the Raiders, we'll see, because we did do a Genty one already for the Raiders, but maybe an updated one. As while we're yapping, hold on. The team actually has a legitimate chance here. It's going to take a lot. You need a touchdown, you need a 2-point, and it seems like we just threw a pick or something. Oh, they actually converted. Never mind. Clock is running out. You got 3 timeouts. And they turned the ball over, didn't they? Oh, that big yellow wasn't a flag. It was a freaking turnover. A hell of a try, though. 26-34 against the Chiefs. If the Patriots won this game, no matter how it happened, you would definitely hear talks about, is the Chiefs' run officially over? Obviously, they lost to the Eagles. Technically, their run is over, but you know what I mean? Their run of dominance, is it over? Could be. If we would have won that game, it could have been, but nope, they win, and they're still, marching along, probably going to make a Super Bowl again. I don't know who I'm rooting for here. I don't even know who's in the team's list. It is Bills, Cowboys. I wouldn't be super fond of it. I'll be real. Hopefully it's not the Cowboys, because, every time I do these rebuilds, yes, I think about, okay, how long did it take us to win a Super Bowl, And obviously with all these sims, there's more chances for they had to do it, but still, that's what I think. Damn, Diggs already regressing, which makes sense. He's 31 years old. It's understandable. He loses a speed. It's not the worst we've ever seen, but it still isn't fun. Leslie Williams, got to be an 80 plus. He had a pretty good year. 78. He's 24 now. It's not bad. It's all right. Will Campbell, obviously. I keep wanting to say Will Johnson. Pretty good year. Goes up a lot. Wilson goes up 5. Defensively, anybody? Swinson didn't get Rookie of the Year, but he does get to star. All right, there's potential. Braden Swinson, great block shed, solid finesse, athletic. Just keep that speed rusher the highest, and maybe we got ourselves a star edge rusher in the making as Gonzalez goes to superstar dev. I don't think anyone else went up. No, Landry went up to superstar as well, so both edge rushers doing their thing. Gonzalez, pretty big dev up here. I mean, he's already super young, super good, but he'll just potentially get to 99 overall this time instead of like 96, 97, which, again, does that really matter? Probably not, but it's still better to have than not to have at all. Landry, that superstar, it might go far. You know, I was going into this offseason thinking, okay, 6 and 11, we're drafting edge. Now, unless there's a really good edge rusher that falls, I don't even think edge is on our board anymore. I don't even think it's on our list, which, unfortunately, that's what I scouted, is that outside linebacker position, but so what? So be it. You know, I'd rather kind of waste the scouting than to need the scouting, if that makes any sense, which I think it does. But does it? I don't know. Cole Strange, I don't think he's going to last longer than another year anyways, so I'll do the 5th-year option because I'm not going to give him a contract anyways, so even that one extra year might not even make any difference because we might not even use him. We might draft O-line. Do we have any extra picks? I'm pretty sure I did like almost all the trades that Real Life had in order. Maybe. I don't know. But pretty much our own picks, 20 and beyond. A lot of money, so free agency, if it's popping, we can take some players. It's pretty much the same almost every time, though. Darius Washington is a little bit of a different name there. Nakobe Dean. We've passed on Nakobe Dean a bunch of times. Of course, the one time I'm really thinking, okay, it's time to go back and get Nakobe Dean, he's freaking normal dev. He's been star dev like 70% of the time lately. The one time I'm like, yeah, let's go for him again. Of course, he is normal dev. Ugh, it's painful. But I still might take him. I need a linebacker, and, you know, we made the playoffs, which I didn't necessarily expect, meaning we're going to have a worse draft pick than I thought. And unfortunately, we did not get Nakobe Dean. He takes a 3-year 20 from the Raiders instead of a 3-year 27 from us, which I don't remember looking at it, but I'm pretty sure the Raiders missed the playoffs, right? It's just an educated guess, to be honest. They don't have a quarterback, right? What else do we have? I mean, I guess they got Geno, but in Madden, that's the equivalency of not having a QB. I also didn't look, but I assume Morgan Moses retired on us. It would be a little surprising if he didn't, and he's still here, fair enough. I still would assume left guard, right tackle is on the board for replacement through the draft. Wide receiver, I'd like to add one. I think this team has a good committee, but there's no one really great outside of, Diggs. Williams could become that guy for us for sure. Tight end on the board. 2, maybe 3 linebackers, maybe, the entire squad there. Strong safety for sure. Free safety's not getting any younger. Corner's fine. D-line, I think, is fine, but we'll keep our options open. All right, it's draft time. We have pick 20. I kind of went a little hard on wide receiver because I just don't know how... Ooh, the 6'5" is a round 1. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one to pass on, even though round 1 feels like normal dev these days. But, yeah, I went pretty hard on wide receiver just because I think that Diggs has got another year. This last season, he's going to be like an 84, 85 overall next year. Is that worthy of starting again? Probably, but after that, probably not. The problem is we have so many different needs, like safeties up there. O-line, obviously, which a lot of these linemen are 2 to 3s. So, I mean, what are you going to get? Mason and Bradford, perhaps? I mean, not really got much. A tight end we definitely would like. So, how much do we really have to work with here in the draft? Not a whole lot. I'm going to go to 20. There's definitely no way I'm trading up because even here I'm debating, do I even take one of these wide receivers? Yes, I could use them, but is it the best use of our resources? I don't know. The big-framed Robertson. The thing is, like, what are you going to do? Move Diggs to the slot? I mean, maybe, I guess. He'd be pretty killer there. Screw it. I think this is going to be normal dev, but if he's not, it would be clutch. We'd literally take the guy ranked at our pick. And no, he is actually hidden. All right, that is definitely a surprise. I mean, I was expecting normal dev. Round 1 in general is usually normal dev, and the taller the guy... actually, to be fair, 6'4", 6'5", I do actually get a lot of hidden devs, so Maybe it is expected. I don't know. We have a round 1 safety still sitting there. Obviously, safeties just love to linger. Daniels look pretty damn good if you ask me, and I think I'm going to take him. I'm going to just take him as a starter over Duggar, who unfortunately is normal. I'm trying to make a trade up with a different team here, but I decided, you know what, we don't need Demario Douglas anymore. A 3rd and a 5th is what we get for him. 24-year-old, 79 overall. I think that's easily fair. We make another trade up using a 3rd, 5th, and 7th with City So for 78s. We do keep 20, as we might end up making a move from there as well. Debate next. I really want this tight end, Andrew Williams. Well, I wouldn't say I really want him, but I like him. A awareness, 6'6". Don't know the actual 40 time, but left side showing he's an athletic guy. Great speeds tell me 84 to 86 speed. I mean, that's clearly fast enough. DT would be decent as well, but I think the main position group that I was looking at here was going to be linebacker. I don't love that zone coverage, but the speed's decent. And then you also have the other linebacker who is Mr. Jamal Gray. Very good coverage. Not as fast, but looks good on the left side. The left side's going to look better because he's an off-ball. They're going to compare that to a lot of pass rushers who aren't going to be as fast as your off-ball linebackers. I think even though he's a 2-3, Jamal Gray is going to have to be our guy. He's just going to have to be. Who is True Talent 80, please. Yes, massive. Slower than I would have thought. 85 speed. I thought 86, 87 maybe. But very good pick for sure. And you know what? It's funny as I clicked once and I was like, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. And as soon as I did it, of course, they take tight end. Really? They take. What about Patterson? Who's this? 6'5", 246. It's just not going to hit the same. It looks like we're not going with tight end this year. Looks like we're probably going to end up going DT or O-line, depending on what feels like better value. I really thought we could have just snuck away with that tight end at 20. Should have traded up. We'll see if he's good or not. With this pick, the DT being gone, Darren Mason's definitely going to be the choice. Darren Mason, 43 true, hidden dev. We got lucky here, too, because I kind of crashed out slightly because we lost Williams, and I was like, you know what? We'll get our guy. Who cares? I'm just going to sim. But we actually could have gotten unlucky and lost him, too. We could have lost it all. Ben Swinton, of course, is still there, but yeah, he's not the best. What? Why am I in the main menu? I honestly don't understand why that happens. I click B once to back out of the thing, and it just sends me all to the main menu. You try to send me to Ultimate Team, it did. It's crazy. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to play Ultimate Team. Stop. I really regret not getting that tight end. I just know it's going to be a real bad decision. What are these running backs? I got a couple of 23s because they actually looked pretty good. We don't necessarily need running back, but I like Alexander a decent bit. He's fast enough. Why not? Tyree Alexander, 46 true talent. Damn, not bad, actually. Normal dev, but 91 speed, 91 excel. You're run-of-the-mill 73-plus overall running back. They're not hard to get, right? They're pretty easy to draft. And then I think this is one of those home run hit, superstar dev type guys. Sheldon Alexander. This is going to be the trio finished, I think. Oh, no, it's not. I was going to say the trio finished for when Diggs is gone, but I don't know if it is anymore because that guy's normal dev. I was really expecting superstar, and unfortunately that is not what we get. Might be looking at a trade down here, try to develop our next year picks. Trade a 5th and a 7th this year for the Dolphins, 4th next year. I don't even know if they're actually that good of a team or bad of a team, but seen them number 3 at the top, but they're also here at the bottom a couple times, so that might have not even been their pick. Either way, we get a 4th next year. I'm not going to complain about it. And then with this pick, we also have another wide receiver. He wasn't great either, but he was decent enough. But I think we're going to look at fullback as our main choice here. I don't really even love the fullbacks here, but this guy looks good enough. Mike Tatum, 68 true, normal dev. Okay, not a bad pick. No point in ever scouting fullbacks. They're pretty easy to see, you know. Look at the highest blocking across the board, and that's usually going to be a good player. So wide receiver 75, safety 75, outside linebacker 71, 73 for the guard, 73 for the running back as expected. Alexander and fullback are 72. Pretty good draft. I mean, we were picked 20, mind you. Peter Robertson, really, really good. I mean, he looks pro-ready. I mean, he really does look pro-ready across the board. Run block's kind of crap, but EA never gives wide receivers good run block, even if they're, you know, monsters in size. Not that size automatically makes you a great player or not. I don't love these numbers. 81, I guess. Star Dev, I don't think there's anyone in the world that thought he was better than Star. Would have loved it, but yeah, not going to be the case. Devin Daniels, automatic starter at strong safety. I just think he has a higher upside than Duggar, you know, who's more of a run support guy anyways. Jamal Gray, I don't know where he's playing, but we're going to start him somewhere. Been getting a lot of star-dev linebackers lately. Our days of superstar and X-Factor have been long gone, but I kind of feel in this one is what I would say for a different prospect, not him. Obviously, everyone knew he was going to be star, clearly. Darren Mason might actually be our starter at left guard, you know. Cole Strange could trade him off, $4 million dead hit, get a 5th-round pick off of him. Just, you know, way younger, higher potential because of it. That's just really all there is to it. Tyree Alexander, obviously going to be a good power back, looks really strong, really good. Is your dual style guy. Not really dual style, but your dual style offense with him and Henderson. Sheldon Alexander now, super speedy, going to be raw. Not as raw as you would have thought, though. I think you're sacrificing that superstar dev for a more pro-ready player, but I would definitely take that superstar dev over that easily. I mean, in week 4, we get those stats with superstar dev, you know? And then Mike Tatum, in case you're interested, looks like this. I think the one player we definitely want to see is that tight end. How much did we sell? This is going to be an astronomical setback, I think. I really do think so. Reynolds is also on my list. Let's actually see how good Reynolds was. 86 speed, hidden dev. That does not bode well for us. That already makes me feel Williams is also going to be hidden dev. Dev of star. I mean, even if Williams doesn't have hidden dev, it's still not going to be great for us. Westbrook, also hidden dev. Oh, no. Oh, no. These are all the tight ends we had on our list. This is bad. Williams is going to be star minimum. Where is he? He is... Oh! He's only a 70 overall. Oh, okay. I mean, I still would have taken him. But yeah, this does not hurt like I thought it was going to. Fair enough. Let's take a look at the other tight end, though, that kind of fell far. Was it Patterson? Oh, my God. Thank God we did not go with him. He is horrible. I think that was him. Pretty sure. That name sounds familiar. Season 2, the team looks a little better, right? Obviously, Drake May and Henderson are the kind of 2 main guys. Obviously, some offensive linemen, too, but they're all linemen. They don't matter as much, right? They're not going to change the franchise as much as the QB, the running back, the wide receivers. But, yeah, looking at this team, Diggs, you worry about that regression. Hopefully, you know, after the season's over, he's still at least an 85 overall. Whether he is or not, he probably will play the slot as Williams. You know, hopefully he gets to an 80-81. Robertson 80-81 after his rookie year, and you know we're well on our way with the youth of this team. Even though Williams will be 25 by then. Once again, we talked about running back, quarterback's fine. Tight end needs a replacement. Right tackle needs a replacement. Maybe right guard. We'll see. Defensively, linebackers need some work, but we did get Gray. Daniels, hopefully he develops, and then we might need to replace Peppers soon. D-line is just going to be an evolving situation. We'll see what happens with Barmore. We'll see what happens with Williams, who is getting paid a ton of money. And then corner, I feel great about. We got some re-signings. You got about $50 million left. Marcus Jones is one of those names. DJ James. We signed Tommy Tremble to a 1-year $6 just to have some value, some depth. Marcus Jones, I think, is worth it. Even at 26. I think a 2-year 10 is fine. Here we are to the playoffs. And let me tell you, we are definitely not at him in this one because we were horrible. 6-11, honestly better than I thought. We were at 3-8 at one point, so even then I didn't expect to go even 6-11. But yeah, I think our true overall kind of caught us up with us a little bit there. Switched to the Packers scheme halfway through the year, not even halfway, the last quarter of the year, which improved things slightly, but not by much. Henderson was worse. Drake May arguably worse. Robertson had a great year, though. Hopefully he wins Rookie of the Year. Diggs was solid. Williams obviously down year because he was number 3. Henry, not a great year either. O-line, Will Campbell was pretty bad, honestly. Interior, was it interior good? Yeah, interior was very good. Tackles, just not great. Pass rush, not bad, actually. 9.5 for Swinson. He's getting better. Landry, that's great for Landry. I know his last year was better, but still, it's a good year. Barmore and Williams, not bad. Could do better, but not bad. Linebackers, a couple of, high interception guys. Kicker's great. Better than last year. Punter's great. Not better than last year, but still good. Not a great year, obviously, but I've seen worse 6-11 years. So if there's any silver lining, that's the silver lining, I suppose. We weren't the worst of bad teams that I've ever seen. Robertson wins Rookie of the Year, not surprising. Gray wins Rookie of the Year, nice. Wouldn't say it was surprising, but nice. 8 for QB. Running back definitely not on the board. 6 for wide receiver. O-line, no. D-line at number 8. Linebacker, no. DB, no. Kicker at number 2. Unfortunate year, but we do have a wide receiver on the come-up. Ravens-Niners Super Bowl rematch. This actually almost was a Niners rebuild, and now I know what I have to beat. I have to beat a year 2 Niners freaking Super Bowl. It's pretty rare that the Niners actually do make the Super Bowl, let alone win it, so that's definitely interesting. DevOps Robertson, not as high as I would have thought. 83 overall is very good, but he had a great year. He won Rookie of the Year. I thought maybe even higher than this, but that's fine. That's obviously an amazing year. Great player. Diggs goes to 85, kind of as expected. Quarterback, running back, both 86, about expected. Right tackle does retire, which is fair enough. He was, up there in age. D-line, no DevOps. No DevOps at all. Daniels goes up really high, though, I will admit. Not bad at all. An 81 overall from that starting point of 75. That is actually pretty surprising. He must have had a good year, right? That's not bad. That's pretty good for a safety. That's not bad at all. Especially a strong safety. I guess I wouldn't even say especially strong safety because you would get more tackles as strong safety in theory. But, the team does look pretty good. Just didn't get the dev-ups we were hoping for. Really was hoping a Swinson dev-up, maybe even another Landry dev-up. Linebacker, Gray looks good. But the DTs, they're actually looking pretty good. Barmore and Williams, I didn't think they would get to this point. Fair enough. I like it. Going forward, free safety replacement, possibly. 2 linebackers for sure. Still going to be looking at D-line. All 4 positions. Not really for Swinson, but at least 3 of them. And then back to the offensive side of the ball. Wide receiver, Williams, 80 overall. He's 25 now. He might just be our slot wide receiver, and we go back to the wide receiver well again. We kind of knew this was going to happen with the Patriots, right? They're just a team that has needed wide receiver for a while now. It's getting there. It's coming along. I think year 4, we could at least have our whole roster set. What overalls will they be across the board? I don't know, but still. Resignings, Gonzalez, I think 5th-year option here makes sense. I do love the super green re-interest, but $24 million for a guy that's going to be asking for at least $24 million plus is not a bad contract. He's in the 90s. There's not really much saving there, so extend that time that he needs a contract, save a little bit of money perhaps. $73 million. I mean, there's some needs on this team. Will we be able to fill them in free agency? Ooh, Terry McLaurin. I don't want to go back that route, though. Oh, Elijah Vera Tucker. Once again, another one of those toted, play across the line type of guys. Maybe not a tackle, perhaps. Nah. You know what? Nah. How about that? Nah. He definitely has experience at tackle. I think he could easily play it. Oh, the Vikings. No. This is a contract I really want. This is a player I really want to be our right tackle. Please, Minnesota, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Is it going to change, or is it just... No, dude, not the Vikings. Please stop. I'm going to look around there to see if there's any other positions. Like Thibodeau would be insane. He's very costly, so you're putting a lot of risk on a quote-unquote unproven guy. Still need a tight end. That's somebody we're going to have to draft. I really want Elijah Vera Tucker, though, and I can't replace Harold Landry, no matter what his overall is, because he's playing well. The guy's playing well. I mean, he's not really been a great pass rusher lately, but yet he's playing amazing for us in this rebuild. More of a run stopper than a pass rusher these days. An edge setter, if you will. And we do actually get Elijah Vera Tucker. All right, let's go. I'm down. We have now got our new right tackle, which and he's got an upgrade points. But yeah, for the price, super worth it. Maybe should have done a 4-year, honestly, but I like the price. I like it. 87 overall. I mean, he's probably going to drop down an overall or 2 at right tackle, but that's fine. He looks good to me. Yeah, 85 overall, I think. 86? Yeah, 85. 85 at right tackle, that's fine. So we're in the draft now with pick 5, I think it is, 5 or 6, and we have a really good wide receiver, it seems, Vince Whitfield. The problem with this is he's a top 5 that doesn't look like a top 5, and that is, in fact, a problem, because a lot of times when they don't look like a top 5, they're top 5, but they don't have the hidden dev. Can you really pass on that, though? I don't know. We have a couple of edge rushers. The problem is, once again, Landry's played well. It's just, do we play the Madden game, or do we play the realism game where obviously you don't replace a guy that's had back-to-back double-digit sack seasons, right? Like, surely you don't do that. 3 of the 4 top guys were pass rushers, by the way, so it might be irrelevant to have that conversation anyways, as our options for pass rush are gone regardless. But I think with this, we are going to trade down. We have, 2 to 3 is our next best. Got a corner there, but, I mean, I'm fine with Carlton Davis sitting at number 1, or number 2 still. If I'm going to trade down, I would like to get a bunch of picks this year, because I don't want to get good draft picks for 2020, 2027, if that's year 4. I want to make our team as good as possible now, so I'm going to load up this year, try to start developing players this year. We traded pick 5 overall and Keon White for a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th this year, a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd next year from the Cardinals. I talked about not wanting to do that, but no one had, double ups, which they just doubled up. Speaking of, went from 4 to 5. But no one had double ups, so there's no point, right? There's no teams with 2 seconds, 2 thirds, 2 fourths, whatever. So you pretty much had to get next year stuff anyways. With this, though, it's going to be tough because I actually do think Dwayne Rose is the better of the two. And I think, you know what? Because of that, in my mind, I'm going to take the guy I think is better of the two. I'm just going to do it. 42 true. Hidden Dev. All right. I mean, maybe the other guy's hidden as well, and it's a higher overall. Maybe I made a real big mistake, but the guy we just took is Hidden Dev. I am going to start believing in my own word. Do I not just take the other guy too? How big was the other guy? He was 229. He could play tight end, no? Thing is, we also have Calhoun, who's like 6'7". And then we have, Dyson, who's not the best, but maybe worth using, 4'6". Let's see, how good is he? 4'6", 21 years old. Having a tough time here because I don't believe in this guy who's top 5, but he's a top 5. I'm going to have to take him. I have no choice. Top 5 true talent. I was right, though, wasn't I? I was right, wasn't I? That's all I got to say. I should have went with my gut, dude. We got pick 4 and 5 again. I don't know if I want to go with that tight end. I really don't. I mean, if I'm going to go with anyone, I kind of want to just go with like Shamir Queen. I see that Calhoun's a 4'7", 240, which tells me, hey, maybe they do want you to play him at tight end. This guy's a bot, dude, if we're going to be real, but it's so weird that it might work. No? I'm going to go Devin Dyson. I'm going to just do that. 38 true. Yes! Even faster than I would have thought. Hidden Dev. I think Calhoun might be hidden as well, but I don't love it. I don't love the wide receivers we just took. That top 5 is just a complete waste, right? I might even trade Diggs off here. I didn't even think about that, but we probably get a 3rd-round pick off of him and, pick up another linebacker. I don't freaking know. Redmond 1 to 2, is that who I'm going to take? Worked out for us last time. I don't think it's going to work out this time, but I'm hoping it does. 31 true talent, and it does. Okay. We could use another linebacker. Definitely would not hurt. We obviously got AVT, so I don't even need a lineman. Let's go to the Colts, who, I mean, they can probably use a wide receiver, right? Do they? Not particularly. We trade Diggs and 2-6 for a 3rd and a 4th from the Falcons. It's a little bit beyond where we wanted to go. We wanted to go with the Colts, but that's fine. Well, there'll be someone there, whether it be a linebacker, whether it be a lineman. Somebody of that nature is going to be there. You have a QB, just don't need him. Calhoun's interesting. We went pretty hard at wide receiver / tight end, though, so don't think we need to worry about that position for a good while. Linebacker, Fisher, super athletic. I think that's who we're taking. Jimmy Fisher, the one guy that I would almost guarantee, sure, 10 is nice, 10 would be guaranteed hidden, is going to be the guy that's normal watch. Yep, every time, dude. We're starting them all, though. I don't care. This is a revolution on the team. We're going super youthful, developing this team, trying to make a real run in year 4 or 5. We could still do some damage here next season, who knows, but that would be the year 4, maybe year 5. This was, more one of our more true rebuild teams out of the bunch that we've done lately, so it doesn't surprise me that we're resetting as hard as we are. Let's go for McKenzie and then call it a draft, I think. Probably an overtrade, but 2/4 to the Eagles. The Eagles are just the masters of trading, so what am I supposed to do? They tricked me. That's all I'm going to say. They tricked me. But with this move, we are going to be taking Dom McKenzie. 6'1", 22 years old. Calhoun's probably going to be goated, but I just don't need him. 90 strength for a center. Hidden Dev. What a pick. Move to 4th round, where if any of those guys that I don't even need are still there. Calhoun just went barely before us, by the way. I'll take him. QB, anyone D? Oh my god, he's terrible. That QB is booty. Then we have Walls, who's actually not bad. Oh, he's actually good. I'm taking Cole Walls. Super speedy. Got some good throw power in there. 106 true. Hidden Dev. It was a pretty obvious pick all along. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Let's take a look at the rest. I think we can get a running back if we really want. What about corner? I think we had a couple of guys in there with some decent man coverage. We have... this guy looks pretty good. Trevor Davis. We didn't land a safety, but at the same time, we didn't really need a safety just yet. You have that 6'6" wide receiver. I think I'm done wide receivers. I think we're good. Even at running back, we're probably good. I mean, unless one of them's just jumping off the page at me here. I might end up just going Davis. 5'8", 22. Yeah, St. Louis did enough. 34 true. Hidden Dev. Yeah, I mean, he did enough with that speed for me to be like, yeah, he deserved to be drafted. You win. Remember, we have extra draft picks next year on top of having what I feel is a very good draft class here. I knew that wide receiver is going to be normal. Going forward, though, I'm going to completely believe in myself on those. The reason why I kind of didn't in this one, though, is because I just didn't really need the draft pick anyways. Kind of just had a little bit of fun with it. Fullback, we already have one. I don't love that fullback anyways. Let's just find a random defensive player. Safety, Perriman, he's probably horrible. Whatever. 4.47, but that left side's telling me 88 speed. Yep. We know things, okay? We've been around the block a little bit. I don't know why my brain remembers that stuff. I wish I could, fill it with actual useful knowledge, but it is filled with crap like that. So, I can quickly correlate. Wow. That wide receiver was so mid. This is a top 5 this year. 75 overall. Don't get me wrong, he's not a bad player, but yeah, for a top 5, that is insanely misleading. Well, thankfully we had Dwayne Rose, who is going to be our wide receiver 2. Let's take a look at who his dev is. Wide receiver 2, Williams is number 3. We're going youthful. Star dev. One of these times, if you don't mind. One of these 11. 18 looks pretty cool, actually. Let's do 18. Now we almost stopped on 12. Patriots fans are like, hold on, buddy. Stop. You've broken the law. Devin Tyson, 86 speed, 87 excel. There is your tight end 1 for the future. Definitely want to see Calhoun. I promise you I won't. 87's pretty cool. I won't scam you there. I really thought he was going to be superstar, can't lie. Linebackers, Corin Redmond, 74 overall. I don't know where everyone's playing, but outside linebacker, middle linebacker, somewhere. I think it's left out we actually need, so I put him in left out. Dev, one of these times, a linebacker superstar, please. I will say Fisher was actually a really good overall, too, so it might not have been hidden, but this guy's going to be well on his way to being one of the better linebackers on the team, right? Especially as a starter year 1. Center, who cares, honestly. Cole Walls. I love the vibes, dude. I love this guy. I don't love the injury, in fairness. Love the change direction, love the speed, love the vibes, love it all. Just not the injury. Dev, I'd say star, but could be superstar. Star Dev. That was a good draft pick. I really like that. That's one of our best sleeper QB picks, without a doubt. Antoine, if you want to call him a sleeper. Antoine St. Louis. More like Robbie St. Louis, if you ask me. Love the name, obviously. Very unlikely to be superstar, but could be. Definitely not X Factor, but good draft pick there. Let's take a look. Was it the Jets? I think the Jets took Calhoun. Once again, more useless knowledge, remembered in my brain. 70 overall. Was hidden, but 80 speed. This is a strange build. We've seen some slow 6'7"ers, 6'8"ers, even 6'9"s, but 80 speed at 6'7", which isn't really that tall for that speed, and he's kind of goated. Kind of goated. Let him live. Leave him alone. Either way, I think we had a great draft, and once again, we added draft picks for next year on top of it from a team that's supposedly not very good. Season 3, the team is still not a super high overall, but we're getting there, right? If Rose wins Rookie of the Year, even if he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, it's probably 78, 79, 80 maybe by the end of the season. You've got yourself, a solid-looking wide receiver duo. Tyson's a solid long-term tight end. Quarterback, running back are obviously fine. O-line is definitely getting there. On Onwenu is the only guy here that's not going to go up in overall. AVT maybe not as much, but still should go up an overall or two by the end of the year. And then obviously the rest way higher. Linebackers, Fisher, Rookie of the Year would be great. If he wins Rookie of the Year, we're cooking. Safeties might need a new replacement for Peppers, and then DTs and D-line we're still looking at. I think no matter what, we might have to replace Landry after this season, because even though he's playing better than an 82 overall, I think that's affecting our ability to win games, and I can't really up his overall manually because he's 30 years old now. So there's that, unfortunately. Hey, Milton Williams, the superstar dev. Better late than never. All right, we have a ton of money, but probably a ton of players to re-sign. Carlton Davis is a pretty good contract, even if he becomes a number 3 anyways, because he regresses. So I'm going to do that deal. On Onwenu, that's a tough one for me because he's not bad. It's just I think we could probably end up doing better down the line. We'll see how he's playing. That's usually kind of my deciding factor when I'm conflicted. Landry looks to be on another double-digit, season. So why would I not pay him? Why would I not do like a 1 year 14? Boom. Even if he's a backup, once again, that's not bad backup money for somebody that's really good. Strange, Mapu. Hunter Henry, all of them going to be gone. Drake May's coming up next. Behringer will pay. And then Onwenu, let's see how well he's playing. If he's giving up a lot of sacks, I'm going to let him go. He's on par for more than normal, but can we do like a 2-year maybe? So, I can keep him for another year, develop a rookie. I don't know. I don't know what to do because 84 overall is good, but it's not amazing. With 2 seasons left to play, assuming we don't win a Super Bowl before then, we could probably get a guy over 84 overall, and we wouldn't have to pay him $15-20 million per year, EA is doing it to us again, similar to that Bears rebuild. We're 6-11, and we're an 88 overall team. Someone explain it. We're going hard on the pass rushers, I think. I think that's the only way we can really do anything about this, because even with the good playbooks, we're getting absolutely destroyed here. We're losing to teams like the freaking 7-17 Raiders we're losing. What are the Raiders even playing on this season? Let's see. They're 9-8, but they shouldn't be. The Steelers are 3-14. What is even going on here? Like, honestly, why are we a 6? Well, I guess once again, it's the Patriots. They wouldn't expect the Patriots to have a good season, and, you code that into the game, forgetting that, well, it's not real life. We're playing Madden. You could easily build the Patriots up to be good. The team doesn't look bad on offense, I'll tell you that much. And usually it's the offense in this rebuild so far that kind of struggled on. Landry 8 sacks, Winston is 7.5. There's a little bit of regression going on there. So you're going to go hard on the pass rush, maybe even trade for some proven players. Though we might have no choice. Just struggling at that position. Hey, Rookie of the Year, that's a massive one. Defense Rookie of the Year as well. I wish it was Fisher, but it's fine as long as we win it. But yeah, we might have to go hard on the proven pass rusher because that's really the big thing this team's missing right now. Commanders versus Bengals, kind of a new matchup, I suppose, with the Bengals winning it all. All right, there you go. Let's take a look at our DevOps if we had any. Maybe Henderson if we're lucky. No Henderson. Rose is an 84, so he actually went up higher than Robertson did, which is pretty nice to see. D-Brow's not great, but yeah, we got a really good wide receiver duo, so we're fine there. Tyson 79 overall. That's like 6 overalls up, I believe. Team looks good. Team absolutely looks good. We're just not winning games. That's all there is to it. Fisher still goes up in dev, even though he didn't win Rookie of the Year, so all is well. 81 overall, star dev. Outside linebacker Redmond goes to Superstar, so in the end, unless Fisher was going to go to Superstar, which a lot of times they do, if he got started there, he would have went to Superstar with his rookie, of the year win. That's fine. We got 2 dev ups at the linebacker spot. There's really not a problem on this team. I will say, the linebackers aren't the highest of overalls. They're definitely getting there. DT maybe needs a little bit of work, but edge and free safety, I guess cornerback, Carlton Davis did regress a little bit, is really our biggest need, right? So I'm not sure if I'm going to pay Onwenu because I think we need to, open up the doors a little bit to get in like a proven edge rusher, which we have the money right now, but Drake May needs a contract, and there might be some other names that are coming up as well, but Drake May, 40 mil, that's actually not bad. I'm going to take that. Normally it's like 60, 70, so yeah, Onwenu, he's going to be gone. I'm just going to save some money there. Let's just save some money, go for a proven edge. I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and Aiden Hutchinson's here, and then we could just trade for another proven guy and just have the best edge rush room in the league after having, one of the worst ones in the league. Unfortunately, decided to pay Aiden Hutchinson. Laporta's here. Sweet, but not somebody I'm going to be going for. Linderbaum's cool, but unless I can move someone over to guard, that's not going to do a whole lot for me. Humphrey doesn't want to be here, so I don't want to pay that. And then Karlaftis, good old Karlaftis, he almost never plays well in sim. I mean, I don't understand. Is he playing like full snaps here? I honestly don't understand why he's so bad. One of these rebuilds, we got to bring him on in right away to our team and then just see what happens, Ellen Jenkins is actually not that bad of a price. Don't usually put him at guard, especially not right guard. I'll put him there. Cheaper than Onwenu, I'll tell you that much. Ooh, Tittman. Tittman's a big dude. Big dude for a cheap price. Let's see what the contract is there. It is looking pretty good, so I'm going to take that off Ellen Jenkins, go Tittman. We need a pass rusher, but unfortunately, unless you go Nolan Smith, which you could, I don't think there's a realistic option. Karlaftis is a lot of money, but more importantly, he just never plays well in sim. I just never see him do well. We only need 1 lineman, so that's fine. I still kind of want Karlaftis, though, because even though he doesn't play well, it might just be them. right? Like, I never use him, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'll throw an offer on, I think. We'll take a look at Nolan Smith real quick. See what the offer is. So he's actually asking for, like, next to nothing here. I'd be willing to offer some money. A 3 or 42. I got to get that to full bar. Even though the Raiders are right there and they're like, hey, we're not that interested. I don't trust it. You got to be like 2 full bars ahead to guarantee a player. I don't want to lose him. I think we need to replace our whole pass rush unit. It's just not working. I think Brinson's not a bad player. I don't think there's a spot. Nolan Smith, all right. Well, maybe we get both. Who knows? It's not Brinson. It's Swinson. Thinking about the defensive tackle. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be that. I think, I don't really love Karlaftis, but do I not just offer enough to like guarantee him and see what's up? He's a high overall, so I don't see why he wouldn't play well. Let's see his like pass rush ratings. Is it just because he's a power rusher? I mean, he's not bad. I just don't get it. I'll do a 3 or 30 on him, and if we get him, we get him. We don't, we don't. If we don't, I'll just trade for someone, I think. That'll probably be our move. 3 or 90, not 3 or 30. I was thinking about how many millions per year. Let's see if we get him. And we do. I'm actually really surprised by that. This is a really, really good set of free agents we just got ourselves. All right, our pass rush is fixed without even having to waste a draft pick. That's the power of having free agent money. It's also the power of not having to pay your quarterback just yet, but that power will evade us soon. Oh, so the Cardinals are pretty bad, huh? We have a pretty good draft pick with them, believe it or not. Yeah, that's quite the year that the Cardinals had. I mean, I'll show you guys. They didn't force any wins I guess force some losses. It's just the season they had. They won 1 game, 2 games on the entire year. Well, I mean, we'll take that first overall pick. I don't know what the hell they use it on. Hopefully it's a generational. It's almost never a generational when we have the first pick overall, but maybe we'll get lucky. I mean, after those moves, though, I mean, what do we need? We have, because of the moves we just made, we have an edge rush that is deeper than any in the entire league. DT's up there for needs, but at the same time, I mean, do you trade for a proven safety with one of those draft picks? I mean, you don't even need one of those. You can just trade one of your high seconds. I might try to. All right, we trade Swinson, a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick. Obviously, that's basically a 1st. That's basically a 2nd. That's basically a 3rd because those are right at the top of each round. But I need a safety. Minkah Fitzpatrick's that safety. They obviously eat the dead hit. I don't even know how many years left on him, but based on the contract, seemed like 2 years minimum. We saved some money, and Brinson's on a 1-year deal anyway, so we obviously weren't going to pay him. Their edge room gets deeper, maybe making way for the replacement of TJ Watt. So, unfortunately, to my knowledge, it seems like there is not a generational talent. However, we do have a solid-looking cornerback, a couple of solid-looking cornerbacks, to be fair, but Terrence Givens, I think at 5 overall, I'd be willing to take. Not at 1 overall, though. I'm definitely going to try to get a haul here. But at 5 overall, I suppose I'd be willing to take him. We got some safeties as well. But let's see if we can get a crazy haul here. I'm not sure what team I would want to trade with that is going to give me a bunch of draft picks. But somebody, we got to find them. Maybe go to the Cardinals, get their 1st round pick back. They trade off everything. This is a crazy trade, so we're going to need some good value out of this. I might have to make a manual one. And I can't believe the trade went through because we use up 3 5th-round picks, all from a different year apiece, and pick 1 overall to move down only 3 spots to number 4, gain a 2nd-round pick, which is high, a 1st next year, a 1st the following year with the Falcons. The new DQB, you'd assume that that's what the trade-up is for. It is not. It's for a pass rusher that, sure, why not? Givens is still there, I guess. Actually, yeah, I mean, if I want him right now, I kind of need to make that play. So we're going to go Terrence Givens, 4 overall. Maybe trade down number 5 yet again. 3 in true talent, and it is a hidden dev player. Okay, so a lot of times we get these, top 5 trues. It's normal dev. This time, though, actually landing a hidden. That's a big one. It's a big win. We've gone completely off the rails. We have completely bled the Cardinals' future dry. We take a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd this upcoming year, and then a 1st the following year for them to take pick 5 off of us. Hopefully it's at least a QB or something. It's a wide receiver. Hey, must be a can't-miss wide receiver, I guess. It's not my job to decide which team needs these picks and that and the other thing. If the value is there and the AI is willing to take it, I'm going to make the trade. I'm going to allow the trade to go through because it's not my job. Once again, it's whatever. Tate ended up not being a good true talent guy. I mean, safety's really not that big of a need anyway. So, I mean, if I'm going to go with anyone, it'd probably be a pass rusher, some sort of defensive tackle type. That's the position of need coming up is DT for sure. But I don't know what I'm going to do with a guy that I'm not going to start right away. I think St. Louis is better, but he's not really a defensive tackle more than an edge rusher. I like the value regardless, though. So no matter where we're going to play him, I'm just gonna grab him. And he's heading Dev. Okay, I mean, I was cool with just, a decent 73, 74 overall player. Hopefully he's hidden, but I don't know if he is. And he turned out to be. Fair enough. I don't know why any team would trade with us, but the Colts are going to give us 87 to move back to 55. That's a pretty fair trade, I think, right? They're getting some pretty good value here. They go Dyson. Was that the DT I had on my board? If so, I mean, they made a good call because, they're on our board. Usually players on our board it's a good decision to take them. Was it Toon that was the better of the two? They're both not that fast, but Toon at least looked all right with that hip power and tackle. Maybe it wasn't Toon. Was it Sherman? They weren't great because of the speed, but it was Sherman. But, good enough. Bernie Sherman is going to be our pick. 32 true talent. Normal dev. He looks pretty good. Athletically across the board, he looks way better than that combine, the pro day looked for him. Let's move on now to this selection where we're going to be taking, I think, DeMarcus Edison. He looks like a good pick to me, so I'm going to take DeMarcus Edison. Supplement this cornerback room. Another hidden dev. All right, so DB, not bad. Definitely would like to pick up at least one lineman. There's one going. So we're going to go to the Titans and the Saints, I think, and pick up a couple of linemen. Trade a bunch of quantity, move up to that Titans spot. And it looks like we're going to have a Swinton back on the team. Deontay Swinton, 24 true. Hidden dev, nice pick. Could be a future tackle for us if we can't afford him. I did make another trade up because a 2/3 and a 4th next year wasn't enough, so I was like, yeah, that's just too costly. All right, here is the draw. Ooh, that corner is good. I think he's going to be corner 2. Terrence Givens is sick. 79 overall is ridiculous for a rookie, let alone one that has hidden dev. Who the hell was higher than him then? Start development trade, didn't expect much out of it. Pick number 4 is such a number. 73. Probably does go up at DT. Good power move. Definitely not a defensive tackle, but maybe we make an argument that, he loses some speed, gains a little bit of weight, because it wouldn't take much to go from 278 to 294. It really wouldn't. So, yeah, that's probably the argument we're going to make is slow him down a little bit, bulk him up. Sherman, not a bad pick. I kind of felt like safety was still on the board because Daniels kind of stagnated a little bit. And then you have Edison, who he's going to be our corner 3 at some point, but not yet. Just going to wait out Carlton Davis, I think, which, to be fair, I don't think he's, the rebuild's going to be going on anymore by the time that happens, as year 5 is usually our cutoff point, even though, as we're on par for another failed rebuild. I don't know what else they want us to do. We've done about as well as you can, especially with this new wave of edge rushers we just brought in. But yeah, we talked about those overalls. Okay, Givens was number 2. It said True Talent 3, but he is actually number 2. Anthony was number 1. Greg Anthony, normal development trade, but looks amazing. Normal development trade does not matter here when you're this good. He's a great receiving back. Injuries a little bit of a concern, but great receiving back, super elusive, fast as hell. That is a great running back. All right, here we are for Season 4. The team looks pretty good. The offense didn't really change a whole lot last offseason, but the defense obviously did. We got brand new left end, brand new right end, brand new corner 2 and 4, brand new free safety. The team definitely looks a bit more stout on defense. If this team doesn't put up at least like 50 sacks on the year and we at least make the playoffs. I have the Cincy offense on. They just won a Super Bowl, so I don't see why we can't do it. I don't know what else to do at this point. Thankfully, it's year 4, so we do have at least another season if we fail, but can we get to the playoffs? Winning is one thing, but the playoffs at least? Also, Colson Loveland was traded to the freaking Chargers here. All right, re-signings, who can we afford? Who can we not? Obviously, Christian Gonzalez, you pay. Was he always an X Factor? You might have just got that. Will Campbell, I think, might be a guy we just can't afford. We might just not be able to. TreVeyon Henderson, obvious contract. Milton Williams, not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be, but yeah, he's gone as well. He hasn't even played that well for the most part, and it's just too expensive, I think. So we're losing Campbell almost undoubtedly. Williams, and that's it. Maybe I can afford Campbell on another year. The kicker, I guess I'll keep, but I just don't think so. Like, that's a lot of money. 25 and a half. I'll do a 28 million on a 1. Yeah, I just can't. Like, that's 34 million left over, like, for the next 3 years potentially. I can't do that, right? Like, I just can't do that. I got Robertson coming up. I just can't. And you know what else I can't do? I can't get this team to the playoffs. I genuinely don't know what is going on our streak of rebuilds lately. No matter what playbook. I went with the Bengals playbook this year. It didn't work. It just didn't work. I don't understand how we're a 91 overall team missing the playoffs year in and year out. Like, it genuinely, like, if it wasn't for me, honestly, recording this not too far after the Bears rebuild, where I've already gotten super pissed off, I'd be raging again. But I'm almost used to it at this point. It's just, the sim has just been so horrible for us all year long, let alone, recently. Pass rush. I guess Karlaftis is just bugged in the game, huh? I guess so. Milton Williams, the one guy that was actually good. We talked about letting him go. I mean, not even talked about. We're literally letting him go. There's no way I'm going to be able to pay him now. We waited too long, and more importantly, he's not interested. Why would you be? His team sucks. His team's really good, yet it sucks. I don't know what to tell you. I guess I'm going to, I don't know. I can't really trade off those edge rushers because I have them on long-term contracts. Again, we're going to do the whole, what overall are we compared to everyone else thing. And mind you, we have made the playoffs one time this entire way. So our overall would be even higher if we were playing in the playoffs. So far, I've yet to see, Niners are a 91 overall team. Obviously, we're a 91 overall team. There's only 2 teams that are 91 overall. We are one of them. Everyone else is lower. Yet we can't even make the play. Like, sure, I get it. You can't win the Super Bowl every time. That's crazy, right? But imagine being as good as we are and not making. It's literally like if the Eagles in real life were just constantly missing the playoffs. That's just, it hasn't happened. It doesn't happen. It won't happen. It makes no sense. It just doesn't. I don't know what we can do to fix this. Is it because our guys aren't scheme fit? I can't imagine everyone else across the board is. I mean, 90% of the teams, maybe not 90, but like 60% of the teams are probably rocking with the wrong freaking players in their linebacking unit. So how can we not at least, make some playoff games when they're struggling with even having like pass rushers on the outside in a 3-4 versus off ball? We should have the advantage there as well. I don't know. We're going to go KC. Whatever happens, happens. I mean, it's just, I don't know what else he can do. I think we've done a pretty good job in this rebuild, the Bears rebuild, and we're just getting unlucky. We're just simply getting unlucky. Did we look at the dev-ups? If there was any, which there shouldn't be because we were ass. No one on offense. Defensively, we have Milton Williams go to X Factor. Of course he does. Daniel's still normal development trait, but he is pretty good. I don't know why I'm looking at Nolan Smith here, 87 overall, but yeah, another disappointment for sure, without a doubt. The 1 year Milton Williams actually does something, though, is contract year. That's crazy. Maybe it's because the other guys on the outside, they're propped him up to get single on the inside, but it's kind of insane, no? All right, we have $72 million. Maybe we can still make it work with Milton. I don't want to do a 2 year, though. I'd do a 1 year 19. See how much that costs. It's going to be like 27 probably. 32, yeah, not a hope in the world. All these guys are going to be let go, I think. Maybe we try Will Campbell again. I mean, perhaps. I don't know what that tag is going to look like, but if it's under 30, I think we probably do it, which it is. Oh, definitely. It's 25 million. Okay, so we keep the majority of the team intact still. Robertson, we're just going to pay him, probably asking for about 26, 27 per anyways. Free agency, I'd be willing to take a 1 year deal, so there's a DT here. If we can try to get him on a 1 year, that'd be great. Heading into year 5, Jalen Carter. I doubt he takes a 1 year, but I'm going to offer it because he's here. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I throw my name in the hat? There's got to be some, I'm about to say, there's got to be some teams just passing on him entirely because he's asking for so much. He's asking for like $40 million per year over, what is that, 4? Yeah, I mean, 3, is it? 4? About 4 years. Gibbs is there, McConkey, freaking Booker, Kincaid. Got some pretty damn good players here, obviously, but I just need a DT. Did we get Carter? We didn't. Unfortunately, I would never accept that deal either. You got a way better one from the Falcons anyways, not the Chiefs. Any other DTs? Alfred Collins, not a bad player. McNeil. So you kind of have to go with someone with a green interest, I think. So we're going to do a 1 year deal on McNeil. We should be able to at least field, another really good roster. There you go. Lee McNeil on the DT. position. All right, I don't know what to do with the draft. I don't. I really don't, because we have a lot of draft picks. I mean, we don't really have a lot of needs. I mean, sure, we can upgrade, but what team can't upgrade? We're the highest overall team in the league. If we need upgrades, they all do too. You know? Tight end could go a little higher, but he's still an 83 overall. That's young. O-line, 83 plus across the board, with 3 of those guys being 87 plus. So really, it's the center and left guard that are not the best, but they're still very good. Linebackers are great. Safeties are solid. Corners are solid. D-line is pretty solid with Lee McNeil filling in. I guess I'm just going to... I really don't know what to do. This is why I don't like doing 10-year rebuilds, because after year 4 even, I don't know what to draft anymore. At this point, I'm future-proofing positions that don't need to be future-proofed yet, because once again, we've talked about it a million times. You don't want to draft guys that are future replacements, because you lose out on so much XP. They can't really develop as well as they could normally. But you can see here, we do have a lot of guys that are coming out that are expensive that we can't afford. So O-line, linebacker especially, is high on our list. And those are positions you don't draft in the first round in-game. I don't know. All right, I mean, is this the last season already? I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't know what else I can do. I mean, we've built a great... Oh, this guy's really good, though. I scouted him because he looked solid, right? Super fast, big dude with some pretty good ratings. Screw it. Joe McCarthy, top 5 true talent. Number 2 in true. Hidden dev. Okay, usually when they're really high overall, we've seen it with the Packers last year. They're normal dev a lot of the times. Nope, not this time. We had a pass rusher as well. I don't know if he's still there. We had 2 of them, Marion and Pryor. We have all these first-round picks. I'm just going to take one, I think. I mean, what's the point not to, Keep moving picks to the future that we're never going to use. I don't really know what the goal would be there. And I think, well, I'll even take Bryant. Why not? But Simon Pryor or Jose Marion, I think they're both pretty slow. We don't know actually enough about Marion to make that decision. Simon Pryor, 6'2", 21. Sure, why not? 47 true, normal dev, terrible pick. I don't care. We're moving on. Do not care. I just can't move these draft picks for the next year, and then the next year, and then the next year, and then the next year, because we're just not going to have any needs. The team is just the way it is. We also do have Chris Farrell, very fast. I mean, maybe you need him, but not right now. So there's just no point. I mean, yeah, you could use him, I suppose. Do we? I mean, I don't really need a defensive tackle just yet. As much as I like Bryant a lot, I could trade up for him. I think that might be what we do. I'm going to take Chris Farrell. We do need a wide receiver 3, sort of. 21 true talent, hidden development trade, fast. And we traded a lot to get up to the Chiefs, which is going to be that defensive tackle, Bryant. Kasheem Bryant's going to be the pick. B, block shed. A, finesse. 17 true talent. And surprisingly and thankfully, hidden development trade. I might even start him over Barmore. I'm debating it. Barmore's been horrible. We're going to trade down with the Browns as we need, really the best thing we need is linebackers and linemen, which you obviously are going to get at the end of the second into the third. So that's going to be the plan there. Might even trade off and future pick to make a play there. Safety, Daniels is still just going to be our starter for now. What about Estrada? I don't think either of the DTs was all that fast. Yeah, I don't think either DTs, linebackers, were all that fast. I suppose you take Wilbur, round 1. I just don't trust him. I'll be real, but he's got great strength, so I'm going to take that chance. Usually they're normal dev. 12 true talent, and now he is hidden. If they're really high strength, I'll take a chance, I think. Pick 8, and then we have 29. Not our best third round we've ever seen, but we've got some picks. What about the other guy, Michael Ryans? He wasn't that fast either, but he was faster. 21 years old, sure. Michael Ryans, why not? 69 true. Damn, I know why not, because he's not hidden. We trade all this to move up to pick 80. It was like a 3rd next, 5th this, 6th the following year. We are still going to trade up to the Raiders, though. Surprised it cost as much, but we actually had to give up a 4th 2 years from now to move up 14 spots with the Raiders. Back-to-back picks is going to be back-to-back linemen, I believe. We're going to be taking Nash and Osborne. Nash, kind of your interior guy. Osborne, kind of play wherever you want. 24 true, hidden development trade, 8 strength. Got a lot of linemen we just haven't used. Got a lot of backups. We have almost an entire offensive line in our backup squad, but that's never a bad thing to have, right? Osborne, normal development rate. Damn, that kind of sucks. Oh well, can't be perfect every time. And I was going to grab running back, but I totally forgot we actually drafted one super high. We don't really even need a wide receiver either. I guess I'll go for the fastest, but I don't even need that. So we had a pretty good draft. A lot of players we didn't necessarily need, but whatever. Adonis Meadows, 335, fast, but not as fast as 428 looks, as we are going to be headed to the recap. I mean, this is going to be one of our better draft classes we've had, and we still have future picks. Edge was a little disappointing, I'll admit, but 79 for the running back. Don't need him, but why not? You have that luxury. We're number 12 because he is Tom Brady, obviously. Blocking, not the best. Very good stiff arm, iffy trucking. This is not a good running back, in my opinion. I mean, he's good, but he's not 2 overall true talent, top 5 overall worthy. Superstar dev, which is great in fairness, but his bill is actually pretty mid. I've seen so many 3rd and 4th rounders that are much better than that. So a little disappointing. Pryor, how good was he? 80 finesse. So he is normal dev, but he is very good. 80 finesse is truly elite coming out the gate. Chris Farrell, automatic number 3. That one guy we drafted, the normal dev, top 5 true talent, just going to be completely wasted. I mean, normal dev is just going to kill you every time, especially when you're not built to play anything but boundary, right? It gives me no options to start him if I've got 2 guys in front of him that are better. Kasim Bryant really should start. I mean, this is a guy I think I might. I mean, it hasn't worked with Barmore, so maybe it'll work without him, It sucks that he's not. I like 55 on him for some reason, especially with the arm brace. But, yeah, what's the point not to? I mean, it's not worked out with Barmore starting, so why not? Why not try something different? Is there anyone else we wanted? I don't think so, right? I guess we'll take a look at the other edge rusher just to compare, but that wasn't really necessarily needed. Was his name Fleming? I don't think it was Fleming. It was someone else. It was Marion. There he is. 27 true, 70, not true, but where he was drafted. Hidden development trait, huh? Oh, man. If we'd have known more, maybe we would have went with him. That sucks. He's not a finesse type, though, so unless he was Superstar Plus, I still like our guy more. Finesse is just the ultimate in archetypes for pass rushers. It's insane. All right, we're doing KCO, Buffalo D. I don't know what else we can do at this point. Will Campbell is probably going to be a guy you lose this offseason. Robertson, you're going to spend a lot of the money to him, I would imagine. You're probably losing Mason. You're probably losing AVT. Moving on to the defensive side of the ball. McNeil, you're likely losing. This is a team that's going to be losing more than it's going to gain. So if this isn't the year, I don't know what is. At this point, but genuinely, if you're watching to this point, hey, appreciate you a ton. But let me know if you guys watch other rebuilds. Do they have these issues, or am I just that unlucky? Because we should be better than this. We should genuinely be better than this. I mean, no wonder why we always have to change playbooks, because with the good ones half the time, we're just having terrible sims. I don't know. Whatever, let's see it. We beat the Steelers 42-0. Let's see how this season goes. We're currently 2-4. We're currently 2-4. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know what I need to do. What do I do? How do I fix this? The Chiefs are 2-5 now. The Bengals are 7-0. The freaking Colts are 6-0. For some reason, 7-0 is worse than 6-0, I guess. I don't know. I guess you look at win percentages, not actual win totals. I don't know. We have turned around a little bit. Actually, okay, maybe we're not going to lose as much as we thought. $145 million. Obviously, Robertson's the first guy I looked at because he is just one of those can't miss, can't lose type of players. I mean, you're talking about $20 million per over 7. That is a theft, and he still wants a little bit more for a wide receiver of his caliber. Drake May is a lot of this money, though. It's about $55 million. That's a lot, but I think for his overall, I think he's definitely worth it. Gray is obviously gone. Mason's not going to be gone, I don't think. McNeil will keep. AVT's gone. Barmore's gone. Daniels will keep. I mean, we can actually afford more than I thought we were going to here, but at the same time, we're still also losing a couple of guys regardless, because, I mean, we can't pay a linebacker over 20 per to play off ball, Campbell's definitely going to be gone. Mason, I think we're going to keep. So we're losing some more that we didn't expect, but we're also keeping some more that I didn't expect, like Mason. Like, we have 55 mil. This is 20 of that gone. This is 30 of that gone. This is 20 of that gone. This is 20 of that gone. I can't keep these guys. I have more important players coming up. We had ourselves a pretty damn good turnaround, which will lead to a playoff berth. It'll actually lead us to this 3rd seed overall, right behind the Colts, right behind the Bengals. But the Chiefs also turned around, and they're now in the playoffs as well. Let's take a look at this schedule. See what we're cooking up. We have, that really bad start, really good finish. You lose to the Rams, but outside of that, after the point we showed of 2-4, obviously we won every single game from that point on, which was really clutch. Drake May, 4,300 yards, 37 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Henderson, 14 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, 4.6 yards per carry. Maybe with the touchdowns, he has enough to get to superstar. Tyson, touchdowns are low, but yards are great. Rose was solid. Farrell was solid. Robertson, he's okay, but touchdowns are a little low for those yardages. Looking at the offensive line, Campbell has just been horrible throughout this entire rebuild because, well, left tackle is just always going to give up. He has not had a single season as a superstar under double-digit sacks. EA thinks that's a good product, by the way. They think that's fine. They think that's fine. Edge, way better, though. Nolan Smith, 11.5. Carl Loftus, 11. DTs were terrible, to be fair, but... well, they weren't terrible. They just weren't even remotely good, which is kind of similar. Gonzalez, 6 picks. He's been great. Our kicker has been great. Punter has been great. Kick return, punt return game. Pretty mid. Offensive guard is number 5, so we're looking a little bit better. Drake May, number 6 for MVP. We get Rookie of the Year on offense. Defense was number 3, and I think that is going to be it. You're not going to get any other award wins or anything like that, but we are in the playoffs. Maybe we win a couple of games. Maybe we even win a Super Bowl. It's been a few rebuilds now. I'm just glad we're actually finishing with a playoff berth. I don't even know how the Steelers made the playoffs. Every single time we've played them over the last several years, we've destroyed them. Even when we were missing the playoffs, I think we had a game that was like 58-20. As right now, we're getting destroyed. Defense is trying to keep us in it, 17-14. Second half, we're still down 3. Offense does get a score up by 4. They drive down, but they can't finish it. And our offense has a great drive, essentially kneeling the ball out in the goal line. Clutch offensive performance there at the end. Defense obviously holding its own, but we're giving up 17 points. I mean, we're not 17 points, not that big of a deal, but almost losing to a freaking Jaguars team. If we face the Chiefs, it's over, right? Like, we have no chance against that Chiefs team. But sure, I mean, we survived another game, and we're going to the divisional round. We've at least got a win under our belt, thankfully. Championship round, I think, is where I would consider a rebuild a success, if you will. Again, Sim is just so random, it doesn't matter, right? We build a great roster. It doesn't matter what happens if you just get unlucky in Sim. But my baseline, I think, was It's championship round, arguably, as we take on the Colts. Okay, not an easy team. We're up by 5 on them on overalls, though. All right, a little bit of history between these two teams, Patriots, Colts. First quarter, not really much scoring. We get 3, they get 7. We drive down for 7 ourselves. They get a touchdown before half. That's massive. Second half, we get a touchdown, which is big. They get another touchdown. We're down by 4. This is looking like it's Colts' favor, but no, we get a touchdown. So 3-point game, 8 minutes left. Defense, hold them to a field goal, please. Nope, 5 minutes left. Offense has to score a touchdown again. They could buzzer beater them. 3rd and 7, 4th and 1. You got to go for this. Are they at least going to try to? That seems like they will. Do you go inside zone? I mean, do you trust your O-line? They got a freaking superstar there. I don't know who that is. I think you double team them just in case. We're risking the run. And that double team worked perfectly. The linebackers just did not shoot the gap. And that will be timeout from us. See if I can finish this off. I don't know why they shouldn't be able to. So they walk in the park from here. Just don't turn it over. And they will get the touchdown. Problem is, Colts have time. Colts do have time. 3rd and 4. I mean, is the clock running here? I have no idea. You got to go cover 4. Clock is not running, so, I mean, they're still absolutely in this one with a field goal on the way, potentially. Let's see how they play it out. Come on, convert it. Throw to that tight end. Ah, man, I really wish he was going to throw to that tight end. From 41 yards out, it's not guaranteed. His target line's 42. So he's almost maxing out here. And they're going to kick a field goal. They're like, we can't trust this this being stuck inside. He's going to hit it. Wow, he will. Damn, that was kind of impressive, actually, from an AI. I mean, if we can try to take a shot. I mean, we have timeouts. I can't believe we let them get a field goal. 11 seconds left. Don't want to do too much and give them a field goal, but at the same time, there's potential to hit a shot. No? The speedster Pharrell? I mean, there's a chance here, dude. And do we hit it? He hits the throw down to the 26. And this is on All Madden. I promise you. I'm not messing around, calling timeout just in case. I promise you it's on All Madden. I've learned my lesson. I'll show you the freaking seal. I mean, that is insane. What a throw. Perfect throw, mind you. And the speed of Pharrell just barely getting past the defense here. The free safety passes him off, and the other strong safety just gets lost. We hit it, throw it right where we're getting hit. Who is this guy, by the way? He's huge. Reynolds. Freaking Nick Cross doesn't get across quick enough, and we did get out of bounds. You just never know. We set him up. Can he lay it down? He does. 34-31. We're moving on to the championship round. Say what you want about us coming into the game and saving it. I don't care, dude. We wouldn't even save anything. We just avoided going to overtime, which we could have won in anyways. Drake May, not a perfect performance, but a good completion percentage. Probably telling me a lot of rushing touchdowns. And yeah, there was 3 in there. So equal touchdowns. We just had 1 extra field goal. Tyler Warren was solid. Both tight ends were actually solid in this one. Defensively, pass rush, a sack for Karlaftis, a sack for Ojulari. Wish we would have done more, but, our D-line's been pretty bad. Gray with a pick. Kicking was clean. Championship round, it's going to be the Chiefs, right? It's got to be. Yep, every single effing time, the Chiefs. We have a higher overall, but that's not going to matter. Championship round's a dub, I think. We're back in the championship round as far as, like, the Patriots being back. If you want to see the Patriots winning some Super Bowls, go watch our Patriots franchise, which we finished, like, a month ago. Or continue watching this one. Maybe we'll actually win one. We give up 7 right away. Maybe not. Not feeling great about that. We get a stop. Offense can't do anything. It is 14-0. Still 14-0. Second half, 14-7. Okay, we get a score. We're down 14. 14-21. Still the same. Defense catching up. Offense 21-21. 3rd and 27. 4th and 27. We get the stop. 1 point. We'll score it. 28-21. We are leading. 4th quarter. 4 minutes left. And a pick. Mahomes might have just choked the game. And he does. We win by 7. We are headed to the Super Bowl over the Chiefs. That is unbelievable. Looking at Mahomes throw 2 picks. May was way better. Rushing, obviously pretty damn solid there. Receiving, Hyde, I don't even know who the hell that is, but he cooked for them. Their receiving numbers seem better than ours. But we won the game. That's all that matters. We won the game. Pass rush as mid as ever. Picks for Edison and Gonzalez. They clutched the game up as we're headed to the big one. And we're taking on the Green Bay Packers, apparently. It could have been either them or the Eagles, so it's, I suppose, preferable to be playing them. Who did they play in the first round? They beat the Cardinals by 3. Crazy, because the Cardinals were picked 1 overall recently enough. And they ended up losing like the entire future because they traded with us multiple times. So it's kind of crazy they actually made the playoffs. Then the Packers beat the Seahawks by 3. That's a freaking miracle. And then they beat the Eagles by 6, which also sort of another miracle. As we are in the Super Bowl, let's take a look. See if we got any dev-ups. Drake May, maybe? No to Drake May, but Henderson goes to superstar. That's clutch. We'll definitely take that one. As running backs, they've regressed pretty hard. Super elusive, amazing back. He's been pretty good throughout this thing. Defensively, anybody? We had Nolan Smith go to superstar. Gray go to X Factor. A little surprised that Karlaftis didn't go up if Nolan went up. They're basically the same seasons. But we'll take it. Anyone? Wait, when did he get a dev up? It wasn't the off-season, or not the off-season, but the Super Bowl end of season dev up. Was it a player of the week? Maybe it was last year? I don't even know, because half the time I miss some of them because I'm just so pissed off at us missing the playoffs or whatever, how a season ended, that I just don't even see it. Maybe he got player of the week, though. Because I don't think it was last year. You can see obviously 1 there. Drake May. Maybe it was here. 3 sacks. It might have been there. I don't know. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. Either way, here it is for all the marbles, the Green Bay Packers. All right, going to the end of the game. We don't know the scoreboard, and I don't see it on the screen, so I guess we're going to have to guess. Right to left seems to be us. Seems like we got a lot of points, or it's them with a lot of points. Somebody's got a lot of points right now, I can tell you that much. Seeing field goals scored left and right. I think they're cooking us, actually. They are. Oh, my God, we're losing 31-10. EA, please, relinquish the rights. Relinquish the rights, dude. We're getting cooked by a team that's worse than us. Oh, my God. Like, our defense is basically non-existent. We lost 34-17. That's that. I mean, cool. Fantastic. Lovely. And I'm not going to do another season. I'm over it. Drake May. I mean, we got to the Super Bowl. Can't win them all. It is what it is, Can't win them all. Henderson we already looked at, actually, but he looks great, obviously. Very solid player there. Would love to see the receiving back ratings go up a little bit, but that obviously doesn't help you in Madden anyways. It just doesn't really do you much. Robertson's deep route's not great, but This is a team that you should be dominating with underneath all day long. I mean, these two wide receivers, and then obviously a Pharrell, who we showed, he's got some depth to him, obviously. This is a team that should just dominate all day long. I mean, you got the frame, you got the speed, you got the catch rates, you got it all. You really do. And then you have obviously the underneath speedy wide receiver who's really good with the deep routes. You got your deep route guy anyways. Then we have the tight end who's, I would imagine, probably a jack of all trades, 86 overall. He's really good blocker, good catching, fast, looks solid. Offensive lineman, we'll take a look at the two real-life rookies of theirs. Jared Wilson, who is terrible at run blocking, but very good pass blocker, which a lot of the rookies we draft in general look like that. And then, of course, Will Campbell, the left tackle, 93 overall. Run block or power blocking in general is not very good, but very good at pure tackle business, which is finesse blocking. Then we look at the defensive side of the ball, where we got some linebackers. I mean, we can't afford them, but we got some. We had some at least. Jamal Gray, not the fastest, but very good in coverage. Block shed's a little iffy. Becomes an X factor, obviously. Can't afford him before the X factor. It's only going to get worse after the X factor. Redmond, the 85 overall. Corin Redmond, good block shed, not good in the coverage ratings, though. So definitely the opposite of the two. Then Fisher, who you would hope is a field general. Not the high. Yeah, he is 87 overall. And maybe he was for a moment, but right now he wasn't. He never was. Pure block shedder, great tackling. I wish you could actually set the archetype on your auto upgrades. That'd be great. Minka Fitzpatrick's not ours to even develop, so I don't really care what his ratings look like. Daniels, 86 overall, really good zone coverage, decently fast. Then we have who else on the defensive side of the ball? Gonzalez, 99 overall. We talked about, getting that superstar early. Probably gets him a 99. Just barely. We were absolutely right about that one for sure. Then cornerback 2, who we only just got recently, Terrence Givens. He's already an 88 overall, which doesn't surprise me since he started as a 79 overall rookie. Where number 4 is interesting, but Pressman God already. Very, very good cornerback. Do we take a look at Edison? Edison's 81 overall, I guess. I'm not really pushed, but why not? Good pressman corner as well. Could be the number 2 going forward at some point. Be a long time from now, though, because Gonzalez is so damn young. It's probably just never going to happen. Then we have Nolan Smith, 89 overall. Great finesse. Good block shed. Actually developed okay. He was only 85 finesse at first and wasn't really doing much in the sack department, then got a sack. Double-digit sack season. Arloftis, again, just really bad in sim. I don't know what it is. He did have a double-digiter for us there, right, this last season, but still, it's just why is he so bad in sim? Bryant well on his way to become one of the better DTs in the league. Finesse type, really hard for those interior guys to stop that because usually they're more power-based. Barmore, number 3, is going to be a free agent. He never had a good season for us. Great finesse, though, right? He had bad seasons the entire way. It's not bad, but it's not double-digit good. You know what I mean? Then I guess we should look at the kicker. See what we're looking like. 81 overall. I can't remember if he was 94 or 95 kick power, but either way, that's what he looks like. Anyways, that's going to be the end of our, if you want to call it, realistic-style rebuild of the New England Patriots. The crash-outs continue as EA just continues to shout. We just lost to an 8-9 team. I didn't even realize that. Oh, my God, they're 8-9. All right, we just lost to a historic franchise. Well, they are, but a historic run. Fantastic. Lovely. If you guys have a team you want to see next, let me know in the comment section below. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK plays for now Madden content. Would have seen Oblivion maybe a couple days ago, and then probably another one tomorrow. But check that out. Might be starting up Dead Island 2 soon. Kind of mix those in, alternating perhaps. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Let me know what team you want to see next, like I said. And hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. And again, shout out to the members, especially brand new / returning members. We have Biggest Bird, who is new to the members squad, Alex K, who's member to the members squad, and then Shakur Whitaker, who's been here before. Appreciate you all a ton. If you're not a member already and you're thinking about becoming one, click the join button next to the subscribe button below. All the details will be in there. We do have a monthly members-only rebuild that we do on the 15th of every month. We did a wild one recently. We did a celebrities one. I'm not sure how the members works, if it even shows you guys the videos. I think it does if you look for them, but you've probably seen George freaking Washington on the thumbnail. It was so wild. and random that I honestly half tempted like holding that just for the like normal videos. But I was like, you know what? This is either one of those ones that, blows up on the channel or makes you look like a freaking moron. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take the risk. That's not really it. I just thought it was a fun members video. So check that out if you're already a member, you're thinking about becoming a member. And whether you're a member or not, appreciate y'all for watching and see ya.